Welcome back to the Foundation in C# course. We're currently in Module 9. In this lesson, we're going to be covering the guest check-in method. Okay? So in your homework, you're going to add a method that checks a guest into a room and add supporting classes and models as necessary. Okay? So just check the user in. All right, that's all you have to do. So go ahead and do that right now. And when you're done, come on back. So pause the video right now. All right, I'm going to assume that you've paused the video, you've done the work, and you've come back. And hopefully you've found that it wasn't that hard. Let's come back over to our SQL data. We're going to scroll down here and add a new method. So let's collapse this one. And we're going to add a new method, call it public void check-in guest. And we'll pass in nothing yet. We need to know, what are we going to pass through to our check-in guest? Well, let's first look at the bookings table where we have the check-in. All this is a flag. They're saying, yep, they're here. So all we really need is the ID of the booking, and then that's all we need because we can say check-in equals true. So let's pass in, or pass into our method, the booking ID, because we'll have that from this booking full model. We don't need to know which guest. We don't need to know which room. None of that, because the booking gives us all that information if we wanted it. But we don't really want it. We just want to have the ID. So now let's create a stored procedure. I'm going to call this SP bookings underscore check-in. And we're going to have just the one ID. We'll call it ID. And begin, end, set no count on. And we're going to say insert, we're going to say update, not insert, update. dbo.bookings set, and it is the check-in equals 1, where the ID equals ID. Make sure you have this where statement. If you don't, then you will update every booking record to be checked in. That's not a good thing. Always, always, always have a where clause on update statement. Be very, very careful of that. That's all our stored procedure is, though, is just that. We don't even have to pass in a check-in ID because we know we're going to set it to checked in because it's the check-in method. So over here, we're going to say db.saveData, dbo.spbookings underscore check-in. Our parameters, it's new, and the ID equals booking ID. Then it is connection string name and true for a stored procedure. Don't even have to rewrap that line. That's all it is. We've now checked in the guest. Okay, so it's gotten progressively easier to create these queries because we did the hard ones up front. Okay, so that's all there is for this method, which means we're done with this lesson. Let's come on back to wrap up this section.